BYU takes down the Colorado Buffaloes 36-14, and they are your 2024 Alamo Bowl champions. Mitch Harper here in San Antonio, and this was a complete performance from BYU from start to finish. This team was motivated, and throughout the week here in San Antonio, you could get a sense from even head coach Kalani Sitake and the players that the constant conversation centered around Colorado maybe got to them a little bit because they were ready to showcase their talents. Even Kalani Sitake said earlier in the week that they've got players too, and they were ready to unleash them. And they unleashed themselves in a big way. I mean, BYU dominated Colorado from start to finish. This was one of the most dominant performances I've seen from a BYU team in a bowl game ever. I mean, you can say 2009 Oregon State, which was the last time BYU beat a power conference team in the postseason, 2020 against UCF. But this one, with the stage that it was, and to validate what this season was for BYU, because 10-2, and it felt like coming into the bowl season, no one was talking about this BYU team. No one considered them as a potential playoff team. But they came out here and just dominated a Colorado team that was viewed as one of the best teams in the Big 12, had the same conference record, and it was a dominant performance from BYU. Balanced attack too. The coordinators had some of their best games they've called at BYU. Jay Hill on the defensive side, Aaron Roderick. For the offense, Aaron Roderick's faced some criticisms and some critiques from BYU fans, but I thought the play calling and the specials, sometimes maybe a little bit extra unnecessary at times, but I like that they were aggressive. And bringing in Gary Bohannon as in the QB run game was a nice wrinkle to this offense that completely caught Colorado and everyone here in the stadium off guard. Jake Retzlaff had a really good performance. You know, he had a few turnovers, and BYU left some points on the board. This could have been a 50-piece in this game, but, you know, BYU left some points out there, and, you know, they're going to look to get better from that in the future, but there's not much to nitpick from this game. And I don't think anyone thought BYU would just dominate Colorado. They thought, you know, if BYU wins, it's going to be a close game, come down to the wire, and they pull it off. This was dominance, and it validates a season that BYU was really one of the best teams in college football, and they end the year 11-2 and get another bowl win under head coach Kalani Sitake. Now 5-2 in the bowls under Kalani Sitake. LJ Martin, offensive player of the game in the Alamo Bowl. Defensive MVP was Isaiah Glasker, and Glasker, after the interception, hit the Deion Sanders celebration that Deion was famous for. That was pretty epic stuff there. This senior class ends on a high note. Tyler Batty, Connor Pay, they had an emotional exchange with head coach Kalani Sitake in the postgame press conference afterwards. You could tell that these guys, it meant a lot to them. I mean, you think about a year ago, at this time, BYU ended last season in Stillwater. Oklahoma's a rainy day in Oklahoma, and that was a 5-7 team. They came up short, missed the bowl season last year in their first year as a Big 12 team. Fast forward to now, 11 wins, going to be, I think, a top 12 team in the final playoff or final top 25 AP rankings and coaches poll. They should be, in my opinion. This was a really good season, and what makes it interesting is that this is an 11-win season in a power conference schedule. Think about all the BYU teams of the past where they have these special years, but you kind of wonder how good were they truly. This is a team where, yeah, they were dang good, and they played a really good schedule, and that showed itself tonight against a good Colorado team. BYU got to Shedeur Sanders consistently. They were able to generate a lot of pressure and havoc, and they got to the talented quarterback, and they pretty much contained Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter. He had those two big gains through the air, one of which was the touchdown grab. But besides that, you know, BYU did a great job in their scout, and Kalani Sitake mentioned that in this preparation for the Buffs, he felt that they found something in themselves that was something pretty special. I mean, this team came out energized, and, you know, you could sense it throughout the week, even at the pep rally when they're going through the river walk boats. They were hyped. They were energetic. They were ready for this one. And Colorado got punched in the face a little bit by BYU, and BYU's physicality won the day in this game. It was just an all-around great performance from BYU. And, again, they end the year 11-2. And I think what's impressive as well is that, you know, special teams. continues to shine. Kelly Papinga, give him a game ball for the season. This special teams group was a weapon. They had 4 touchdowns this season in either kickoffs or punt returns for touchdowns. They had a 64-yarder from Parker Kingston tonight in the second quarter to put themselves up 17-0. It was a special group, and Will Farron was outstanding. He had a 54-yard field goal. They had an onside kick recovered. Special teams was dealing. The whole team, complete effort for 60 minutes. And this BYU team should be remembered among some of the greats in program history. Special night here in the Alamo City. We have full coverage on KSLSports.com, KSL News Radio, KSL 5 TV, and the KSL Sports Zone. So check it all out on the KSL Sports app, and I'll talk to you next time here on KSLSports.com.